Hello there guys and girls, this is Pixel and today I'm bringing a video that a lot of you guys asked for. Now I said in one of my videos that I want to be an honest and transparent YouTuber, and if you guys were interested to hear how much money I earn from YouTube, then I would gladly make a video on it. Now for some reason, it's become sort of a taboo subject where YouTubers don't talk about their earnings, almost as if they're trying to pretend that they don't make money. Now, I think this is ridiculous. It's no secret that YouTubers make money, and some YouTubers live a very comfortable lifestyle because of YouTube, and I don't want to hide the fact that I monetize my videos because I saw a tweet, someone tweeted at me and tagged me in it saying, it said, don't be afraid to monetize something you're good at, and I agree with that. Like, I feel like I'm good at YouTube and I feel like I deserve the money that I make. So I'm going to go through this video, how much money I make, all of my analytics in depth, and then I'm going to tell you a little formula that I came up with based on my earnings that could help you calculate roughly how much bigger and other YouTubers may also earn. I like to think that you guys respect me for being honest and transparent with you, and that's the way I want to build this relationship. No secrets, just all out on the table. I think it's good. If you do enjoy this video and perhaps want to see more like it in the future, then be sure to leave a like on it. And let's get on with the video. I personally think that YouTubers deserve all the money that they make, and I'll tell you why. If a company made a TV series that got viewed by 1 million people, and they got paid even 50 grand for it, no one would bat an eyelid. However, when a YouTuber makes a video that gets 1 million views and gets paid, say, 4 grand, everyone flips out. I don't understand that. You should know that YouTubers aren't paid directly for making their videos. They can have whatever they want in their videos. They're getting paid for attracting the viewers for the adverts to the side of them. So by that logic, if they can attract millions of people, then they deserve the same revenue that TV companies get and everyone else gets. So we're going to look through my analytics, and then I'm going to tell you the little formula that I came up with that can help you figure out more close to what they actually earn, what YouTubers earn, basically. I'll explain more about that in a minute, but if we look here, okay, so for the last 28 days, my channel's had 8.5 million minutes of watch time with an average view duration of 6.5 minutes, which is pretty good going. I've had 1.3 million views in the last 4 weeks, and that's earned me roughly, this is estimated, okay, because you might not get your estimated revenue, because I think my estimated revenue for November was about $250, and I only got $200, so even the estimates from YouTube aren't always entirely accurate. The bulk of YouTube ad revenue is made from the adverts that are on your videos, and then when you start to get more views, a small portion of that comes from YouTube Red viewers. If you don't know what YouTube Red is, it is a subscription service to YouTube that isn't available in the UK. I think it's available in America, Australia, and some other places, and basically you pay a monthly subscription fee and you have no ads, but that subscription fee goes towards the people that you watch. In the last 28 days, $1,345 has come from adverts and $72 has come from YouTube Red. Now, a common misconception about earnings, because I can understand why people think this, okay, but a lot of people seem to think the more views you get, the more you get paid. That's incorrect. If we look at December, my estimated ad revenue was $1,616. Now, for January, I'm getting more views than I did in December, but I'm projected to get about $300 less. Why? I'm not too sure. Can you guess where my channel took off based on this graph? I have a feeling it's somewhere around this point. So you remember what I said about people thinking that the more views you get, the more money you get? Well, we're going to look at my individual video statistics and see which video earned me the most money, because I guarantee you won't be able to guess it. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking the Red Lightning Wheels video, or possibly the Trade Up video. You are wrong. Despite my Red Lightning Wheels video being the most viewed video on my channel, there are 9 videos that made more money than that video. My Christmas Day video made approximately $180 at the time of recording. My Red Lightning Wheels video made over $100 less than that, despite having 60,000 views more. I think that is a big shout out to watch time, because my Christmas special was 40 minutes long, so the average view duration was over 10 minutes, meaning that every view for that video is more valuable, whereas my Red Lightning Wheels video, it was shorter. Saying that, this surprises me. 4th highest on the list. Only Rocket League players will understand this. That video was less than 10 minutes long, so there weren't any mid-roll ads. Basically, if you watch a video that's longer than 10 minutes, the chances are you'll see an advert in the middle of the video, which I think generates you a little bit more ad revenue. This video didn't have that, and somehow earned me over $100. I'm actually having a very good time looking in depth to these statistics, and I know this will be a welcome video for a lot of you, because basically no YouTubers talk about their earnings, and I have no idea why. Like, why would you hide it? I don't understand. You should know that I'm making this video for informative purposes and things like that. In regards to my formula for calculating how much other YouTubers earn, It worked perfectly up until about a week ago. If you remember, my statistics said I got 1.3 million views in the last 28 days. However, if you move over to Social Blade, there was a little bit of a view spike and glitch in the system at the 14th of January onwards that spiked views majorly, okay? It's saying that in the last week, I've got nearly 1 million views, which is wrong, which therefore means that the estimated monthly and estimated yearly earnings are off. So in about a month, the estimated monthly and estimated yearly earnings should return back to normal, and when that happens, I will tell you a formula that will calculate a far more accurate estimate than the ones they are giving as to how much people are earning. Because if you look at this, £295 to nearly 5 grand. You might as well just not give an estimate. That is so vague. So because of the view spike, these earnings are higher than what I'm getting, but if I was getting 1.8 million views every 4 weeks, this is how you could calculate a rough amount of how much I earn, okay? So you take the lower end and the higher end and you work out the difference. So £300 and £4,700, the difference is £4,400. This goes for any estimated earnings of any YouTuber. You take 40% of that difference and add it on to the lower end. So to work out 40% of 4,400, we can just do 440, which is 10%, times 4. That is 40%. You then add that to the lower amount, which was £295, which would give you £2,055 a month. So if I was earning, or if I was getting 1.8 million views a month, I'd get roughly that much money. Roughly. I have to emphasize that. Roughly, okay? Because as you saw by my views, ad rates fluctuate. I got more views this month, but I'm earning less than I got last month. So it is, like, quite generalized, but this is a far better estimate than the one that Social Blade gives you. So while we're here, we might as well look at the big dog himself, PewDiePie. He himself has also experienced the boost in views because, look, he didn't get 100,000 views on that Sunday. That is not what happened. Let's say he actually did get 600 million views in the past month, and that was the same throughout the year. Let's take the estimated yearly earnings and use the formula to calculate more roughly how much he'd get from ad revenue alone, because you have to remember, as you get bigger on YouTube, you have multiple streams of income. PewDiePie gets revenue from merchandise, from book sales, from brand sponsorships. I myself, being a smaller YouTuber, the only money I get is from adverts. You know, I haven't got a merch store yet, although at 50,000, I'm thinking I'm going to try and get some merch because a lot of you have asked me to do that. I read somewhere that on the day of release of PewDiePie's merchandise store, he got $60,000 in that one day. And that's not that hard to believe, to be honest. If you say that every piece of merchandise, taking into account the lower amount and the higher amount in terms of price, costs about £20, and he has millions of viewers, all it takes is for just 3,000 of those viewers to buy a piece of merchandise on the release day to get 60 grand. So it's clear to see why PewDiePie is so wealthy. He's got his YouTube Red series, he's got many sponsorship deals, and yeah, that's why he makes so much money. But ad revenue alone, let's see what he'd get if he got 600 million views a month, or 7.2 billion views a year. The difference between 1.2 million and 18.6 million is 17.4 million. Let's calculate 40% of that. 17.4 million. We divide, that is divided by 10 to get 10%, then times it by 4 to get 40%. 6,960,000. You then take the lower bound and add that, which is 1.2 million. So you plus 1.2 million, which is that. So, by ad revenue alone, if he did get 600 million views a month, which he doesn't get because Social Blade / YouTube kind of messed up, there was a random view spike, he would get approximately £8 million a year. Now, that is, like I said before, many times estimated, but £8 million is a far better estimation than 1.2 to 18.6 million pounds. I don't know how they can justify having an estimate that is so vastly different. There's something on YouTube called CPM, I believe, and it basically calculates the amount you earn per 1,000 views, and it depends a lot on the countries of people that watch your videos. This is actually very interesting. Let's see this. With some bad CPM rates, you can get as little as about 50 pence per 1,000 views, but with some premium rates, you could get anywhere up to about £10. As you can see, CPM varies a lot, and some countries to YouTubers are more valuable than others. For me, the United States is far more valuable than the United Kingdom, probably because I am from the United Kingdom, so it's, I guess, easier for me to reach that audience. Whereas if you're from the United States and you watch my videos, I'm reaching a worldwide audience, which makes you more valuable to me, if that makes sense. Look at this one, South Africa, per 1,000 views, $8.85. I mean, I only get 564 views a month, roughly, in South Africa because of how far away that is and how distant it is from my channel and my life, but you can see there, that's $8.85, and then if we move up to, what's this, Portugal, it's $2. So the rates on views depends on where the views come from and whether or not the playback is monetized. Now this graph isn't earnings or anything, this is just the CPM at the time. Now look, for some reason we have many spikes in Australia. We've got $100 on this random day in September. Now of course I didn't get in September 1,000 views from Australia, so I wasn't getting a lot of money. Like now that I've started actually earning a lot more and actually getting these views, the CPM is generally a lot lower. Let's change the range so it looks a bit more easy to read. So on the 15th of November, in Canada, we had a $12 per 1,000 view ratio. Now, as we move on, it's kind of leveled out, but 1,000 views in Australia could be up to about $8 now. And then the United Kingdom can get as low as 2 or 3. So it really does vary on where the videos are played and watched as to how much money you make. But despite my lower rates, it's no secret that I earn the most money from the US and the UK, because that is where most of the Pixel Army's at. Shout out to you. And if you're from all around the world, you're also amazing. But that does it for this video. I hope this was informative. I hope it helped you out. And I hope this gave you as good of an insight as you can get as to how much myself and other YouTubers earn. There really are so many factors, you know, watch time and stuff. Like years ago, it was all about them views. You just got to get the views. And then a few years ago, the YouTube changed things a bit to promote videos that are watched longer, because that stops trashy videos being promoted and getting money, because YouTube themselves want to promote good content, because YouTube get a cut of the money as well. Thank you for your kind words to me about this topic. You say that you respect me for being open and honest with you, and that is a relationship that I really do cherish. And yeah, I'm not going to hide the fact that I earn money from YouTube, because I work hard at it. I've had this week off work, and I've spent about 12 to 14 hours every single day making videos, and that is more hours than you get in a normal job. So the fact I'm earning sort of, at the moment, if it continued every month, sort of like a normal working wage, that's definitely justified in my opinion. So thank you so much for watching. You really do mean the absolute world to me. You are making, as you can see by these analytics, you're making my dreams slowly come true. It means the world to me. Subscribe today to join the Pixel Army. I have been Pixel, you have been fantastic, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.